7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have these secrets.
Hey everyone, this is Buddy, back with another Kicks of the Week shoe podcast. So this week we've actually got two basketball shoes to look at. We've got the Kyrie 5s and the Jordan Why Nots. So taking a look at these two shoes, we've got the Kyrie 5 SpongeBob edition. These shoes are actually pretty cool. I like them, maybe just because I'm a huge SpongeBob fan, but these things are also pretty rare. These are pretty limited edition. They came out with only a number of pairs from all of the SpongeBob characters that are the main ones, that is. Anyways, it's got Gary though on the tongue here, just because, you know, you can't have SpongeBob's Pineapple House without Gary in it, right? Speaking of SpongeBob's Pineapple House, it's also got his door lock on the back of it right here. You guys know it if you guys know SpongeBob. It's got the little pineapple leaves as the little kind of fold over extra fabric on the Kyrie 5s. They have these on every version of the Kyries. They've made a bunch of different colorways and versions of these Kyrie 5s. If you guys saw a previous video, the shoe podcast is what I mean, I had the tennis shoes on, and Kyrie and Curious made a Kyrie 5 tennis shoe, and it had the same kind of thing. Now this one has this little, it's got different edges on it than mine did, but it also has this little plastic part on the end of it just to kind of keep these fabrics from fraying at the end. So that's one little different change that these ones have that the other ones don't. It also has kind of like a little rubberized Nike sign and the kind of bubbly slash a little bit similar to kind of SpongeBob's windows. Just kind of, you know, colors that you would see in SpongeBob. It's got the nice little speckle of a couple colors as well. It's a very cool shoe. It's pretty light and durable. It's got Kyrie's signature logo on the front and on the bottom, as you can see, and it's even got his eye thing, his like Illuminati eye thing or whatever on the bottom as well. These things are pretty nice looking. The logo on the front has the Krusty Krab or the kind of SpongeBob font as well, and then on the other side, like I told you, it's Gary. And I'm pretty sure the other side of the shoe has a couple of different little tweaks to it. They're in partnership with Nickelodeon, as you can see, even on the front tongue here. Now, why they decided to put Nickelodeon on the tongue that's almost covered by laces, I don't really know. It's also got a little protective film over the top of the shoe right here, mainly because, like I said with the tennis shoes, people tend to drag these shoes when they're wearing them. These are meant to be basketball shoes, so on the court you might drag and could scrape that part, and if you didn't have this little plastic film over it, which is very light, tear a hole in it. But yeah, that's what it's preventing, is tearing a hole in this top fabric. Definitely not wearing them all the time. You know, this is for the non-rainy days, keep very nice, not doing anything dirty, stepping in grass, stepping in certain things. Very cautiously wearing these, mainly because, hey, you want to make them stay nice, you know, show off the SpongeBob look. You don't want to make them so dirty that people have to be like, wow, what kind of shoes are those? Right now, you can easily tell that they're a pineapple shoe. You don't really want to make them undistinguishable. Plus, these things run you way north of the $130 retail price. Now they're running $250, $300 for these because they are that limited edition. And besides, everybody likes SpongeBob, you know? He's a classic TV show. Why not pick up some shoes that look like him? They could be worth more in the later days because they're a collector's item or something like that. But very comfy, very classic Kyrie 5 feeling, if you know what that feels like. I would say it's got like a medium to low arch in them. Very roomy kind of in the toe box with these because they're a little bit more basketball-ish. Very kind of not super cushy, but good for, you know, the court to kind of give you that shock absorption. Yeah, they feel like a typical basketball shoe. Now, these, on the other hand, are the Jordan Why Nots. The 0.2, that is, the last model. They actually came out with two new models of these that we'll actually go over next. These actually are pretty interesting just because of just all the design elements they threw into here, you know? Different little color here or there. Very different kind of script and font all over the device. I'm talking like a tech kind of guy. All over the shoe. Now, it's cool that they kind of threw in some new stitching color, you know, with this purple, orange, like, accents on it. Very neat, and I like them. A bunch of the other colorways that came out with this shoe weren't particularly good looking. I think they were more limited edition or, like, special wear kind of shoes. You know, those kinds of shoes that have a colorway that really sticks out, and so you can't really wear them all the time, or else people will kind of just think it's a bit weird. One of the things that I kind of want to mention is that this top tongue part has this kind of, I want to say maybe crocodile slash shark kind of teeth-ish. These triangle little fabrics sticking out. Now, these don't have the plastic tip on the end like the Kyries do. So these actually fray a bunch on the Jordans. So you can already see that from being worn even a little bit. And so they kind of mimic the design on the back, which is good to kind of give it some continuity. These things are also very comfortable. These are very big on the inside, just like these other basketball shoes. They give you lots of room. Say pretty much a similar arch, maybe a little bit back in the foot, a tiny bit more than the Kyries. But overall, great fit, very comfy, fits like a typical basketball shoe. Not too much shaping either way. Pretty similar cushioning, you know, just not super forgiving, but enough to kind of brace those impacts on the court. So these also have, like I said, that little plastic part or the little tough part at the toe, just to keep you from tearing through that fabric. Now, what I did think was interesting about these shoes is that it says that they're a special edition of Russell Westbrook's second signature basketball sneaker on the side here. It's really interesting that they say this because they're Jordans and not Westbrook's shoes. And it's also interesting that because that says it there, they really only have one Jordan symbol on the entire shoe, and it's right here. That's it. So it really, people have to kind of know what you're wearing, or they'll ask you, hey, what are those, you know? On the back it says the Brodies, which is pretty cool and fun. This shoe is just, it's a lot of fun. It's a different design elements. It's got see-through parts on the side. It's got enough there that it kind of makes you look at it and be like, wow, that's a pretty forward-looking shoe. You know, it's different. It's good. It stands out a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Even the bottom's pretty cool. I like all the little circles. And then on the very bottom of the heel, it has the sticker that usually is on the inside of the heel, or on the inside of the shoe or the tongue, that tells you what the size is and has all the information about it. This one, when it came out, it didn't really have that great of colorways. This was the best kind of more conservative, could wear a lot of times with different outfits shoe. The other colorways were pretty wild looking. I do like how the back kind of comes up a lot. I don't know why, it's just very different than a lot of shoes. These, as you can see, comes flat across that back. It doesn't come up at all. And then this one, it's really just wild how it comes up so much in the back. Now, that being said, let's go on to the new Jordan Why Not 0.3. So these things, Goober wanted me to show you this one colorway that he thought was straight out of Into the Spider-Verse movie. And these things do. They have crazy looking colorways on them. It looks like the shoe's glitching a bunch of colors together. So these things are definitely pretty wacky looking, very wear sparingly, very different. It's got a new strap this time. It's got an actual physical Velcro strap over the top. I like the kind of Velcro strap. I think it's good to kind of keep those laces down sometimes and not have them flopping around. And it adds a neat little design element to it. Now, I feel like this strap doesn't look the best, but at least it's a little bit more minimal. The other colorways on this kind of make the strap look a little bit better and more flowy in the design. It looks nice. It's cool. The other design elements really create a kind of similar color, neutral-ish. They go with each other. I mean, of course, Nike has to make one of their outlandish colorways just so people that want to kind of stand out do, but obviously they don't have a lot of stock in these, and if they don't sell even the stock they have, they get heavily discounted. So now looking at the Kyrie 6s real fast, this colorway is super cool. It's sold out right now, obviously, because it's the best colorway. It's got that throwback 90s vibes on the sides, and then that script Nike on the top. It just looks so nice. It screams throwback colors to me, and it just looks so good. That's why it's sold out right now. It's got the blue, the teal blue, and the light pink. It just looks like that foam cup that everybody associates with the 90s. And I think it's a great new shoe and colorway version to get. I can't remember what Goober said was his favorite part, but obviously there are other colorways on this shoe. And some of them really point out that giant eye on the bottom with a very different, just wild outlook of that eye. And some of them even have that freaking zebra printed stuff on it, which, I don't know, it's just very odd. I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. and tell me what you guys think. Make sure you're subscribed before you leave. Barely any of our subscribers, like 1% actually, watch our videos. So make sure you hit that big red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can stay updated with all of our future videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week or sooner if you want to watch other videos on the channel. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Big dog.